M0FXB, welcome back to my videos on the iRadio UV-98. Someone asked me to test the CB power. I've got a CB here in the background. It definitely does TX on CB, and it's using the first antenna, which is the transmit antenna. The middle one is HF, receive, shortwave, medium wave only. 100% receive only, upper sideband, lower sideband. You will never transmit on upper sideband using this radio. So anyway, we need to change the work range. At the moment, at the top here, it says 64 to 620 megahertz, and that's not going to cover the CB band. So what you do, and it'll be the same with the Radtel, you go menu,
basic settings,
and then go menu again, and go down to 17. Work range, select the green, and choose, so CB band's 27 megahertz, so we're going to choose number 2. And look, that will do, goes right up there to 64 megahertz. Anyway, so select. So you could do 50 megs, and I thought it did 70 megs the other day, but maybe not. Maybe that's receive only. But anyway,
frequency mode,
CB. So if we look at this CB here, the frequency we got is 276125. So let's do it. 20. Oh, we need to put a 0 in first. Back with the orange. 0, 2, 7, 6, 1, 2. It's got this near. Let's go down 1. There you go. 27. Sorry about this. I want to get it right. 27, 6, 1, 1, 2, 5. Yeah, that's it. So if I press my CB just briefly, yeah, you can see it's going into, it's receiving it, no problem. So we're on a dummy load, so we're not actually transmitting anywhere apart from, the radios are so close together, it's going to pick it up. Let's see what the SWR, and well, it's going to be a perfect SWR. It's on a dummy load. So let's just quickly key up. We're on high power here. To get high power, you go menu,
basic settings,
go to channel, and then down to, pretty sure TX power's there. Yeah, there it is there, yeah. Number 11. High, look. So it's in channel settings. So let's transmit. M0FXB CB. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. I know why. Ta-da! Let's try again. 1.2 watts. That's better. And of course, SWR perfect and no reflective. So that's it. I would say on high power it's 1.2. Now remember, I haven't tried this yet, so there is a tuning mode in this. Let's just have a quick look at tuning mode and see if that can be tweaked. And remember, we're on dummy loads here, okay? So there it is there. It's in analog settings, so you go
analog,
menu,
basic settings,
analog settings, then go down to temporary tuning. I'm not even sure this will make any difference because I haven't actually tested it. Right, there you go. Select. And then one of them is power. So what's this all about? Temporary power. I'm not really sure what that is. On. And then we go to the mode. So 1864. On. And we've got some numbers we can change it. So at the moment it's on 200. I wonder how high it will go. So remember, it was 1.2, wasn't it? Now remember, if you break your radio, don't blame me. Yeah, I am literally just testing. I'm going to go to the highest number. Click OK. And then back out. And so we're going to look. Yeah, it made, I would say, it made no difference. So that's not what temporary tuning is. But anyway, I thought I'd show you. But, at least you can see that it does transmit on C-band. It is very low power. The legal, if you're using a proper CB, is, as you know, is 4 watts. So let's just stand back here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's turn it up, see if you can hear. Oh, you got seats. Remember to turn off your CT CSS. So you just go menu.
basic settings,
and then go to channel settings, and then go number 1, and then just hit the star a couple of times and it turns it off. And back out, and then just check we're on the right frequency. 1, 2, 1, 2, CB test. So I did see a guy the other day transmitting and he was having a long distance contact with his iRadio, and it definitely got through on the 1 watt. So who knows? And you know, proper CB antenna, of course. And he was on a hill, so give it a go. But that's the power test for when you're on CB type frequencies. Let's change the range, and then we'll have a quick look at the normal VHF UHF. Actually, while we're here, let's test 50 megahertz. So we'll go 050. If I do my, because I got a repeater near me, 5077. I'm not going to try and open it. Sorry about this. Obviously, in VFO mode, you get to that by pushing the hash. Okay. But anyway, 050770, and then high power again. And we need to flick this. Let me think now. No, we don't. So it's dummy load, exactly the same. 50 megs, FM, HF. It says it will read it up to 60 megahertz. And I'm getting nothing out of that, although it says it transmits. I would say I'm getting nothing. All these harmonic-y type things you're seeing there, let's try them. They're still coming in now. So yeah. Coming in from somewhere else, I would say. Okay, and the other one was 28 megahertz. So go 0 to 8500. Again, FM. You can't actually transmit in AM. You can go into the menu and select AM. Let's find that.
Basic settings.
But you can't. It's receive only. Let's quickly go to channel set and see if we find it. I did it the other day. There it is there, AM, FM. But when you select it, it does change to AM, but when you transmit, that goes to FM. So just a quick one here. High power, 28 or 10 meters. That's a bit better, isn't it? Well, that's actually better. It's nearer the 2 watts when you're doing sort of ham 10 meters, which I like. That's got to be a plus. So I will change that tuning thing that I showed you earlier back to its default. So I hope you find that interesting, and then we'll just quickly change back to the normal VHF UHF. So we go back into basic. Remember, you've got to find the working range and go back to the top. I'm not even going to test that one. 64 megahertz to 620. And then if we go
frequency mode,
145 100, high power again. It has got CTC, it says. Look at that. That clipped 10, didn't it? So there's no doubt that on these kind of bands, you know, it's good. Yeah, and then remember, hit the bottom button, you go into HF mode, which will come up. You can preset the channels. You can select the frequency. You can rename. If yours has got Chinese right in here, it's just the memory channel name that you can name within the settings. I definitely made a video dedicated to that. So you've effectively got 4 ways of, actually maybe more really. You've got the 3 that I just showed you earlier, the work range. Then you've got the middle antenna, which is the receive, which is upper sideband, lower sideband CW and AM, but receive only with the middle antenna. But then within that, if you hold your finger down, when you're in this mode, when you press the bottom button here, if you hold, it will actually change different bands as well. Look, you've got 0520, I'm holding again. And these are preset. And when you preset these, you actually preset the work range within that as well. And that's in the software. Look, that's broadcast radio. So we go 9430. Oh, lost it there. Let's press that again. But you heard that. So the receive bit, yeah, is almost like a radio, but with a really nice, you know, the SI4732 chip, which receives lots and lots of nice bands, just like this does. If you've ever seen these recently, and these are only £25, so the chips are actually very inexpensive. These little things here, which are great fun, very small. It's a pocket sort of, you know, mobile receiver only. But yeah, for the people that are saying, I get the question so many times, does it transmit on upper sideband, CB band? 1,000,000,000,000% no. You need to get that very clear. No, it does not. Bye for now.